And we're live!
We're back!
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm Wes, this is David, and together we are here for the first time of twice this week. We're gonna have a busy week.
Yes. Big week. And
Yeah.
one of us was surprised by this, and the other one's laughing currently.
I was surprised. I'm actually glad that I texted you and was like, hey, maybe we should go on live tonight, just to say where we're gonna be. Because since we're gonna be on Friday night, I didn't think we were coming on tonight. So I wasn't actually planning on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I posted a video earlier this week about, it was Wes' birthday, so happy birthday, Wes. He's freaking even older now.
I'm an old man.
Congratulations on that cycle around the sun. You did it well. You didn't fall off.
I've been practicing. Yes.
So I put a post out there that said, hey, we're going to see you guys twice next week. We'll see you on Wednesday at our regular time, and then again on Friday night. And guess who didn't watch the video?
You think I watch our own videos? Come on, man.
I go back and I watch almost every single video we do. So
there's
a couple of them I haven't went back and watched, but for the most part, I watch every one that we do. What's going on here? Oh dear Lord! Make noise.
This is turn off the ding dongs, Dave.
Yep, got the ding dong shut off. I'm like, wait a minute, why I should be seeing the column over here. And all this other stuff. So here we got Matt Hamlin.
Technical difficulties.
I'm at the beach this week, fellas. See you next week. So
I'm jealous.
I mean, is it appropriate for somebody to miss the Underdog Journey for a vacation?
I don't think so.
I mean, because the two of us, when we go on vacation, we still do the show.
Look, when we go on vacation and annoy our families to come and do this show, I think it's only appropriate that our regular viewers also miss their family vacations to watch our show.
Yeah,
I think
it's only 2 to 5 hours.
It's only, including the Mastermind after show. Yeah.
Yeah, for certain of the viewers, we have a heck of a good time.
So for those of you who don't know, after the show we do the Underdog Mastermind, which is getting together after the show to talk about deeper into the subjects we touched upon. Also, it tends to be much smaller groups, so we can get a little off topic, a lot off topic.
And occasionally there's some business talked about in that. I mean,
we talk business sometimes.
Yeah, there's some business in there, but it is a lot more laid back and a good time. But what are you drinking?
It's all about priorities. Yeah. So the first thing is what are we drinking tonight?
See this right here? I've got the opener.
So since it was my birthday, my beautiful, wonderful current wife got me a nice selection, and she's enabling my habits by buying me a small beer fridge for the show. So
nice. I'm actually thinking about going to get in my small beer fridge and putting it right back here.
Right? Why not? She got tired of me drinking warm beer on the show, so now I can have a cold beer on the show. So
I'm worried that some of my beers here are getting warm because they've been sitting here. So what do you got? Sorry about that.
Yeah. So all right, well, I'm starting with it's called Dive Bar. It is a Berliner style Weiss beer with mango, pineapple, and vanilla beans, and pretty cool can art.
That W is that's really cool.
Weiss.
The W is pronounced as a V.
Weiss. I know. I'm always because most people say Weiss if you're in America. You're supposed to say Weiss, but do you want to be that guy?
Oh, I want to be that guy.
You want to be that guy. So
I'm that guy.
This is actually pretty tasty beer, but I have a nice selection here from my handy dandy beer fridge, and some of these go along with the. So you know your theory about IPAs. You can tell it's an IPA because it has a bat crap crazy name.
Yeah, it's usually a pretty wicked name, but they're very outlandish.
So this is a New England style IPA brewed with Vic Secret. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Mosaic and Simcoe. I think they're just making stuff up. I don't know what that means. It's from Listerman Brewing Company.
Those are words.
Yeah, they are words. I think they just got a boggle cube, and but the name of this beer, you can tell it's an IPA by the name. I've had it with these mother effing IPAs at this mother effing brewery, and it's a picture of Samuel L. Jackson holding a lightsaber on an airplane with snakes falling down from the overhead compartments. So that is definitely an IPA.
Yeah, that's.
After that, I have Beer for Pizza. I got this at Perfect Pour in Dublin here.
Okay.
And this is an ale with it is a cherry ale, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, cherry ale. So go figure.
Oh.
And I'm capping it off with an espresso honey milk stout. So that is going to be pretty good.
That's your dessert beer right there.
That's pretty tasty. I'm looking forward to that one.
So that's from, you got that from, what's the name of that place there?
Perfect Pour.
Perfect Pour?
It is perfect.
The place that I have up here, that I'm going to talk about here, I did see they have some taps there, and I can't wait to go back. I spent very little time there because both of the kids were out in the car. So, this place is called, I don't know if you can see that there, it's called Branching Out.
I like it.
And it's literally the craft beer store.
It says your craft beer store.
It's really cool. They got a puppy dog guarding the door, and I walked by and I tried to pet and play with the dog, and it just didn't give a crap. It was like, yeah, whatever, dude.
It probably gets that all day long.
I got no time for you. So I got to remember to bring treats and put in the car the next time I go.
Bring some Underdog dog treats, and the dog will love you forever.
Yeah, the dog will love you forever. It's very convenient because right next door is by my standard, a massive wine shop. So I was able to run over and get a couple bottles of wine for the wife, and one of them was a German wine. Oh. And I'm like, I like German beer. I might as well see if the wife likes German wine. I don't know. So we tried a German wine, and then we tried a New York wine over there. Now I didn't. I think they're still in the fridge. I don't think she's gotten into them yet. But from that location, I've got two cans I'm gonna try tonight. I've got a not really a backup beer, but one that I may or may not open tonight, and then I've got the world's greatest and finest brewery from Columbus, Ohio, the Hopper House. This is the Dunkel.
Nice.
And,
nice. Nice, fine Central Ohio beer.
Yes. So, these are from my last trip in.
Right.
I try to make it a habit of, I drink my beer during on Wednesday nights. I drink my beer here. Very rare. I might have a beer with this or a beer with that, but I do like my drinking.
Your drinking beer.
My drinking here. So this one I'm excited about. So this is probably the one I want to start with. It is a beer from Rochester, New York, called Rohrbach Company. It's their Oktoberfest.
Nice.
Anybody that knows me knows that this is my favorite style of beer.
Yep.
It's a German style. They call it a lager, but it's American style beer. So I'm going to be very excited to try this.
Yeah, it is finally Oktoberfest
really good or really
season.
bad.
It's finally Oktoberfest season. I love that style.
Yes, and then this one is actually from Germany. It's from Munich there. It's a Hefeweizen beer.
Yeah, it's a Polliner.
And this is Polliner.
Polliner is a great beer.
I've got the Hofbrauhaus's Hefeweizen in there. But Polliner's a real good brewery, and that one's going to be interesting. So those two are definitely getting drank tonight, which, they're little tiny cans. So, this. Yeah,
that's a grown-up size beer. The Hofbrau is a grown-up size beer. Now hold up a normal size can next to the Hofbrau can.
Well, this is actually quite a bit of a taller. This is a taller can too.
That's my point. Show a normal size can.
This is 1 pint.
Show a normal size can next to the Hofbrau can.
I don't have a normal.
You don't have a normal size can.
So this is a 1 pint. So it's about the same as a can around, but it's a little taller. So that white line there would really be where it would normally be, and it's just.
So essentially, though, here I'll give a comparison.
This is a taster.
Let's say this is the Hofbrau can. This is a normal size can.
Yes, it's very accurate.
So,
but here is one This is going to be exclusively available on Jenny'sPleasureBus.com. This one is called Wailing Wench. I don't know if you guys can see or if it got whited out by the lighting.
Wailing Wench?
But it's Wailing Wench. Yeah, there you go.
This is a family show, David.
It's a label. So, there we go. We get it in it. You see it real well? Oh, there we go.
You're looking at the playback, aren't you?
I'm watching the playback. It's great.
He's watching the delay on our Facebook channel there.
This says it's a full-bodied ale screaming with hops. It's from Middle Ages, which is right out of here in Syracuse. So I'm not a huge hop fan. So that will be one that, whether we let loose the Wailing Wench or not, I don't know.
There you go.
It might just be. It might just stay in the bottle and be there for future drinking if needed. But I have my bottle opener.
There you go. Matt Harmon asks, did we say polymer beer? No, we didn't say polymer. We said Pauliner. There you go. So Matt Harmon, they actually make a really, really good Rattler beer, which is it's in America. It'd be closest compared to a shandy. So it's basically like beer and grapefruit juice, which sounds disgusting, but it's actually really, really good. So I love Pauliner Rattlers. What's that?
The wife just got some today. I don't remember where we are. So out here, instead of having a Kroger, we have a thing called Wegmans. It's our grocery store, and I think that's where she ended up getting it from. It was there. And in this one, we have water.
I didn't even know William Wegman started a grocery store. Good for him.
Yeah, it's good for him.
Like three people got that.
Fest.
I'm drinking to dead air there.
Yes,
so
indeed.
While we're talking about your favorite brewery and appropriate sizes of adult beverages, why don't you share your purchase from Hofbrauhaus last time you were here?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So they have some of them left, and I highly recommend if you want a reasonable amount of beer to last you for more than just a few minutes, getting warm. This product right here will stop it. It's a growler. Now, I've got a blue version of this. It's 64 ounces. That's a lot of beer, right? No! Think again. They make a 128-ounce growler. And you, too, could be the proud owner of a golden growler. Just go down to the Browns Columbus and pick one up.
Now, it's
I don't remember how much it was. I don't care. It was worth every nickel.
It's hard to see the Hofbrau logo on that, but it does have a Hofbrauhaus Columbus logo on it.
Yeah, it does. So it's basically almost a brushed copper on the outside, gold color, and then it's been filed and engraved.
Yeah, that's cool. So basically,
that's
a single serving size, is what you're trying to say.
What I'm saying is you could drink out of that. Don't drink out of it on site because that's illegal.
You can't. That's true. If you buy growler, you can't drink it on site. You got to take it home. That's the law.
Yeah, growlers, crowlers, those are to go. You got to take them with you.
That's the law. So let's. So for the most part, I got to tell everybody I was not prepared for tonight because I didn't realize we were going live. We explained this earlier, but I didn't realize this because on Friday we're going to be live at the Brats and Crafts Festival. Sponsored by St. James Lutheran Church. And we're going to be going live from
I bet
there.
they loved that. We brought that up just after we went through our introduction of beer.
Yeah. It's like we planned.
But there's going to be a beer wagon there, so I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, so there's going to be plenty of beverages and brats and crafts. I assume they're going to have brats. Looks like they have a nice, German-style Oompa band, maybe? I don't know. But check out the Brats and Crafts Festival. It is the 6th, 7th, and 8th this month, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a hoot of a time. I know we are getting there around 6 p.m. On Friday, and we hope to be set up and rocking by 7 p.m. at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go as long as we can talk.
Yeah, so it's at the St. James Lutheran Church. The address is right here on your screen. It's St. James Lutheran Church, 5660 Trayview Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43228. And we're going to be talking about, so when we're there, we're going to be talking about some pretty cool stuff. Nope. There we go. Now we're back. Hit the wrong button. We're going to be talking about networking, how to be a professional online, and how to have community outreach, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, community outreach was definitely one of our major topics that we wanted to talk about there. Oh, you started the timer there. I see it come up across.
See, he's watching. He's actually watching the playback on Facebook instead of the Skype stream.
Well, I don't. On the Skype screen, I don't get to see your screen though. So
right.
It's all kinds of screwy how we have to do this stuff.
It's a whole mess. You think we would figure this out by now?
It's bad enough when it's two of us sitting side by side.
That is bad enough. You're right.
But then when you separate us by this stuff, and we both still have to be on the same page, and I can't see what's going on his screen. I can't see a live feed. I got a delayed feed on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. But back to the important business, the Rohrbeck Oktoberfest.
Yeah, how is it?
In the world of Oktoberfest beers, I mean,
yeah,
pretty decent color, as you can see there.
That's a nice color, yeah. I like it.
And I'm going to go with a light.
It's light.
It's a light Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I like a nice beefy Marzen beer. I like one that you're drinking a Marzen. It's not hoppy.
Yeah.
But it's robust enough in its flavor that you're drinking it.
Yep. And this one checks a lot of the boxes. It's extremely easy to drink.
Good to know. Yeah.
But it doesn't check that last Hardy Meritzen box.
But you know what? Some people would like that because
I bet there's a lot of people who love this over top of standard.
Oh yeah.
Oktoberfest beer.
Well, especially you get a lot of people who are used to drinking a light Pilsner or a light lager. And they don't want to move into the IPAs and the stouts and things like that. So I think that's a great option for them.
Yeah, this would be a good beer to go that way.
Yeah.
So, what were our topics? I know we had topics for what we're going to be talking about at the show. Then, tonight we were going to talk about the calendar, the social media calendar, because I know there's a person who was going to watch tonight that their son was wanting to do some things. So we're going to show off a little bit of the calendar for social media planning. This specific person wants to do little training videos for soccer.
Okay. So is this person like a soccer coach, or what's the deal?
Yeah, he's kind of like a soccer coach, but he wants to do YouTube training videos to help people develop their skills.
Oh,
skills
okay.
Development. So,
sure.
I think it's a good thing for him. He knows what he wants to do, and I think showing him the calendar and things like that will go a long way to helping him out there.
Absolutely. So to get into explaining about social media calendars, all the people who tuned in just for the beer, we just lost them. But if you want,
I got him back. I got the wailing winch up here.
Well, you know what? Nothing brings in the audience like a wailing winch from Jenny'sPleasureBus.com.
Sponsored in part by Jenny's Pleasure Bus. Jenny's Pleasure Bus for all your wailing winch needs.
Jenny Calson is not going to forgive us for trademarking that for her.
Nor should she.
So she's going to start this whole business, and for the rest of her career, she's going to be followed by Jenny's Pleasure Bus.
Yes. Actually, it doesn't matter if she doesn't do anything with it or not. The Jenny's Pleasure Bus is not going away.
I have a feeling if we kept the URL long enough, somebody might buy it from us.
Yep. We'll find a way to buy it.
Yeah.
Turn it for a profit.
So, anyway, social media calendars. If you want to start any kind of a public-facing social media account, you need a good calendar. For the people who don't do it professionally, they think you just get on there and you just, you take a neat photo or you have a neat post idea, you post it, you're good to go. And at first, that's great, right? But the problem is when you realize you need to be posting every day or multiple times a day. And on top of that, you need to be engaging with every single comment and like and follower that you get. And very quickly, it gets really unwieldy. So what do? Well, the best thing you can do is plan ahead. If you can plan out a week or two or even a month's worth of content, guess what? A good social media calendar will do that for you. And you don't need to make all the content right away.
It gets really
He's still watching the playback on Facebook, and he's...
No, I clicked it because there was... so I was trying to tag on with what you're working on. Sorry. With, you know, we're talking about in the beginning where, you know, hitting one here, one there as you're getting to know yourself is one thing. But as you're wanting to develop, I was going to bring up the metrics that they provide you. And you can watch, and I'm going to take ours for example, where we have on Wednesdays. So you would think Wednesdays is our highest viewing day, when actuality is Thursday is our highest viewing day. Our live views, obviously, on Wednesdays, but there's a lot more people who watch this after the show.
Our replays are huge, like much higher than I was expecting.
Blows my mind how many people, and the number of people to watch it from start to finish.
Oh,
so, and they give you those metrics. So what it is you've got this arc, this bell curve, not even a bell curve arc. By Tuesday, we're down to 1, 2, or 0 views by Tuesday. So then Wednesday comes around and we skyrocket up.
Yep.
Thursday comes and we're way up high, and then it starts bringing it back down.
Yeah. And that's organic reach. This is not, and that's organic reach. That's not engaged, or that's not paid posts.
Yeah, we only pay on very specific things, just so we can see and show the difference between organic growth. And we haven't done a paid thing in forever.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Tomorrow I'll probably, or later tonight, you and I will do a quick promo video for the thing for Friday, so that we can push interest for Friday's show to see if it increases the organic growth on it. But anyway, getting back off of that before we go down that rabbit hole, what it does is, so on Wednesday we're here. So at 6 months, we could have, and we should have, and we really should start doing it now. You know, when was the best time to plant a tree?
30 years ago.
When was the second best time?
Right now.
All right now. So we didn't plant the tree at 6 months. We probably should have. We told you guys to do it. We didn't follow our own advice on that. But here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to find some of those earlier videos and things. And we may not release the whole entire video. We may only release a small section of it. But if you're doing like this gentleman wants to do, he wants to do small 1.5 to 2 minute training drills for people. So what you do is you get that, and there's on your day of launch, it's up here. But then it fades off over the week. So you need to make material every week.
Yep.
But at 6 months, you can now plug episode 1 in at the halfway point of that downward trend, so that you have 2 bumps coming down. And then later, you can plug, once you get 18 months in, guess what? Now you can have different videos going 3 days a week. The idea being your videos go up, and you try to keep them with small dips. At most, small dips throughout the entire life cycle of a video.
Absolutely.
So that as interest in this video is going this way, interest in the next video is going this way, and the for lack of a better word, the price equilibrium, basically where those meet, you want to decrease that dip as much as possible. I'm guaranteeing that Wes actually knows the terminology for this. This is outside of my world. I just know how it's supposed to work. I don't know what they're all called.
Well, you know, and what actually got me thinking about how this guy is really going to succeed with his content is, you mentioned that he's going to have, you know, he wants to do a lot of brief 30-second to a minute, minute and a half videos. Well, when we start talking about YouTube in a few minutes here, he's got a big leg up because
shorts.
Shorts give you more flexibility. You can really move your legs around when you're wearing shorts. Like he's gonna be a soccer coach.
You should definitely not do it in dress slacks.
Right. Do not. What I'm wearing right now is not appropriate. I'm still wearing my
I'm
day
going to
clothes.
drag us down a rabbit hole real quick. Here we go. A tangent. Here we go. Tangent number 1 of the evening. Actually, this isn't tangent. This is just freaking left field.
Okay, go, run.
Well, it's sort of, if you follow the thing, you're talking about shorts. I was talking about the YouTube shorts, or
YouTube
Facebook
shorts
or whatever it is.
YouTube shorts are amazing for engagement.
But anyway,
yes.
The shorts led to you talking about soccer shorts, led to talking about don't put it in slacks. I want to do a golf tournament where everybody dresses like they did late 1800s.
So the plaid and the hat with the ball on it.
The hat, the dress, the dress shirt, the vest,
right?
The overcoat.
Who do you think has outfit? Who do you think owns
entire
clothes like that? You think people are going to go out and buy whole new golf wardrobes?
I'd do it right now.
You would do it. I can think
I would do it.
I can count the number of people on 3 fingers who would actually do that.
I think you just called me fat.
What?
Am I all 3 of those fingers?
No. No. I'm one of those fingers, and I don't even play golf.
But it would be great.
So it's not a bad. Look, it's gimmicky. Gimmicks work.
Gimmick. It's classic. It's classic. All right. So short, manageable videos.
Yes. So when we get into YouTube, I'll talk about that
later.
YouTube was our second subject for today.
Yeah.
So the first back to the first subject, planning your content. So, you know, the best thing that you can do is have a really good social media calendar. The reason for that is so you can plan all of your content. You can actually take notes about what you're going to post, what the copy might be, what platform you're going to post it on. He's still playing the playback on Facebook.
Nope, I just pulled up on YouTube this time.
Now, you don't need to actually produce the content yet. It's best if you produce it, well ahead of time, at least a week ahead of time. But having that plan, it takes the amount of stress off of you to say, oh, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to post today. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to post tomorrow. I already know because I planned that a month ago. The further out you can plan your content, the better, because what that does is it allows you to create an arcing strategy over time. You can create an entire, think of it like a season of your favorite TV show, right? When they're writing the season of your favorite TV show, they don't just film them all at once while they're making it up. No, they plan the arc. They plan the story arc. And they plan each episode. And they shoot it.
There it is.
And they shoot it correctly in the right order. And sometimes it's a whole thing. But the point is they plan all this stuff well ahead of time. Then they produce. Then they schedule it all out. You don't need to produce a month's worth of content all right now. But if you plan it all right now, guess what? What you're going to post tomorrow, what you're going to post next week, there's no stress because you already know what you're going to do.
Yeah, there's no stress. If I could have showed you some of the video of Wes and I talking when he first got on and figured out that we were going to go live tonight, you can see the stress on his face.
Well, because between the two of us, I am very agenda driven. You're more seat of your pants.
Never been called that before in my life. Talking about the TV show, there's actually a TV show that's an excellent example of this.
Star Trek.
The old school Doctor Who.
Old school Doctor Who. I was going to say Doctor Who. Yeah.
The old school Doctor Who, which was every episode lived within itself.
Mm-hmm. It was episodic.
Then they came out and created the beginning, middle, end arc that went the whole entire season.
Right.
Then they did the beginning, middle, end that went through the entire Doctor.
Now, I have a better analogy for you. Now, this is a double-edged sword. This gives you both sides of planning ahead and an obvious vision of something that does not plan ahead. Star Wars versus Marvel. Think about this.
Okay.
The newer trilogy of Star Wars versus the current, Marvel universe. The what they'd call Phase 1 through Phase 4 of Marvel, the Marvel arc, right?
That ended with Endgame.
That ended with Endgame. So with the Marvel movies that ended with Avengers Endgame, from the very first Iron Man all the way through to Endgame, it took what?
A story arc.
A decade? That story arc.
28 movies or something like that?
They planned that thing beautifully. And you can tell they knew at the beginning how they were going to end this thing. Maybe they didn't, but they planned it in such a way that you believe they did. That's a story arc. And that's how you plan ahead. Versus Star Wars, we're getting nerdy, Star Wars, the newer trilogies, you can tell from movie to movie when it changed directors. They gave directors carte blanche to do what they wanted to. And Directors came in, they said, oh, I don't like that, I'm going to retcon this, I'm going to change this, I'm going to add my own characters over here. And the director came in afterwards, J.J. Abrams came back for the third one and said, you know what, I'm going to forget everything this guy did, I'm going to rewrite stuff to fix what he just did, and guess what, between the 3 newer movies, they were a train wreck. Because they didn't have that pre-planned story arc. They didn't have the parabola of understanding how the whole thing was going to go. I said parabola, I went there. We just lost your audio. Are you talking?
No, I'm just stunned silence of parabola. Not half our audience, every member of our audience just went, Google
parabola. So up next we're going to talk about algorithms. Strap on your safety belts, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a bumpy road.
Boys and girls.
So anyway, so your social media. While we're pouring beer here, I got to tell you, I just lost my complete. I'm moving to beer for pizza. I didn't have pizza today. I had bratwursts, spicy brats, which were amazing.
We got to watch you eat them on the countdown.
Yeah, everybody who had the pleasure of watching the countdown got to see me eat these bratwursts. I didn't have them on a bun because I'm still trying to get in some kind of shape. Other than round.
Round's a shape.
Round is a shape. It is a fundamental shape, yes.
I have accomplished that. That goal is checked off.
Well, look, I'm going to drink a lot of beer tonight, so that's going to make up for all the bread that I missed in the buns.
Yeah. I mean, I got to have a Weizen right here, so that's basically the bread.
Man, I love Weizen.
I had homemade pizza tonight, so I had bread there too.
So, back to the social media calendar. I'm going to show an example of a great social media calendar, and I'm a little biased, I got to admit, because I actually created this social media calendar for my personal clients. So, this social media calendar here is available to everybody here. So, first I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what this is. This is it's already created for 2021 year. And if you want to download this and save this, and if you want to start your own agency and give this to your clients, more power to you. This is a great calendar. I'll tell you everything that you can do here. One, it's broken down by month. So you got your months this way going all the way down through the year. But guess what? Here's something great. If you scroll to the right, it's also broken down by month. Again, both vertically and horizontally, and I'll tell you why. Because your first set of fields here, you have the date that you plan on this thing going out. You have the title of your content. You have a place to put copy if you want to have very specific copy. You can have image. If you have a specific image that you want, guess what? You can save it here, or you can save a link to that image. You can also then go in and track the status of when it was produced and the date of when it went out. On top of that, you can also put here, have a little checkbox to what social media channel you put it out on. And then you can also track the number of likes it got after 24 hours and beyond 24 hours. And what you can do is you can plan out as many months or even a whole year ahead of time all of the content that you want to put out every single day. And you don't have to, so if you plan this out for a month, guess what? Tomorrow, you don't have to stress out about what you're going to post. You already know. If you have a random good idea of, oh, this would make a great post, guess what? Type it in here, add it to your list of things to put out. It's on there forever. Now, here's the great thing. Let's say January, week 2, let's see, January 9th, or February 9th. Let's say you put out a piece of content that's blued out here when you scroll horizontally. Well, guess what? Like David said earlier, after 6 months, the majority of people who would have seen that content, A, have forgotten about it, because that's just, look, we're fickle, it's what we do. Or B, the majority of people who will see it didn't see it the first time, they might see it the second time around. Plus, you probably have a new audience 6 months later, or newer people in your audience 6 months later. Guess what? You can go down, and you can look out 6 months and say, what is the date 6 months from then? And you can put a check mark where you want to put that content in 6 months. And here's the great thing. If you plan out a single piece of content, going back to our, if you plan out a single piece of content every single day for a year, right? By the time you hit that 6 month mark, You will then have David Leffingwell says says on YouTube, the best show on YouTube. He's right, because we're all streaming on Facebook and YouTube. But look, in 6 months, guess what? When you recycle that content from 6 months ago, now you have 2 pieces of content every single day. You don't just have 1, you have 2. And guess what? That's going to double your reach every day. And because you have the social media calendar, you don't have to go back and stress about, oh, what did I post 6 months ago? I don't know. Guess what? You have it right there. You know what channels you put it on. You know your metrics. And the great thing about keeping track of your metrics on your social media calendar is you can then say, oh, this piece of content didn't do very well. I'm not going to repost that. Or I got some bad feedback on that. I'm not going to repost it. Or, hey, this piece of content I posted last Thursday blew up. I'm going to do that again, and not only am I going to do that again, I'm going to make versions of that to go out randomly throughout the next couple of weeks. So,
or you can make content and your partner of the actual same show didn't even look at it.
Yeah, or you can make content and tell the partner on your podcast, hey, go check out our Facebook page that we post on multiple times a week, and maybe, just maybe, you'll learn something. He's making fun of me.
Yes.
But anyway, so a social media calendar
mom said happy birthday on there, though. So
my mom did say happy birthday. Didn't give us frowny face this time.
No frowny face.
Sometimes my mom gives us a frowny face. She says it was an accident. I'm not sure it was an accident. But here's the thing: if people want to check out our where that content is, I'm going to show you right now, real quick here. So I'm going to go to our Facebook page. Let me just show you my screen here. All right, so that's actually my dog Rio. That's my actual real dog. What you want to do is go to our Facebook page, which you're probably watching on if you're watching on YouTube or watching on the listening on the podcast. Go to our Facebook page, go to About, go down to the link here, underdogplus.com/journey. Now, that's going to bring you to a page that we set up as an example of how to have gated content. So what you're going to do is you're going to be brought to this landing page, and right here you're going to be asked to enter your email address. Don't worry about it. Literally enter any email address you have access to. It doesn't have to be a good email address. Just make a fake Gmail account, whatever you have access to. Enter that here, and you will be automatically emailed a link of how to download all of this stuff. This is a link to our 2021 marketing toolkit, and it has everything that you need. It has tips, tricks, tactics, strategies, content like social media calendars, where you can download all of this stuff. It's 100% free. We will never email you. This is literally just for demonstrational purposes. And
demonstration on how to provide a gate. Now, some of them are so simple as a robot.
Yep.
Some of them are as simple as an email. Some of them are a pay gate, meaning that you would have to put. So it can be
right
anything from wide open to lockdown monthly subscription with a 2-year commitment. I'm talking to you, Verizon, to use the service.
Yeah,
so it can go from anything on there.
The exact same process I used to set up that email gate, you can use to put a pay gate on there. I mean, I could have put enter credit card number here in order to gain access to that, but I didn't, obviously. But lots of really good content that I think a lot of people can get a lot of good information out of. David, whoever you were speaking with about the soccer YouTube channel, one, have him come on with us, because I think we can really talk some good stuff there. But have him check that out and get that content, because, I mean, this is stuff I've seen people sell the information that we're giving away. If we put that behind a pay gate, we could sell that for, a couple $100 easy. Easy. We're not doing that because, obviously, this is what we do, but this is good information. In addition, there's some bonus content on there about all of the stuff that we do to create a podcast and a live stream, which I think a lot of people would find valuable. So part of my
one of these days soon, what I want to do is I want to set up another channel.
Okay.
Facebook Underdog Journey Square 2. For those of you in Rio Linda. And I want us through this primary channel, literally just to set in the background and do screen sharing to it of how to, what all of the steps that you have to go through to set this stuff up. So I think that's something we need to add to our social media calendar as one of our days, one of our things, where it literally just shows you all the back end of everything that we have to do. Because Wes could flip his camera around and show you all the lighting and all the stuff that he's got going on over there. I think I have flipped it around here in my setup, and you guys seen it the other day because I did get curtains.
You have curtains now. You don't have the light blinding you all night.
Yep. So I mean, just the lights I want blinding me are blinding me. So
right. We actually have light sets here that are pretty bright. Like these things are no joke.
Yeah. So I think Friday I'm bringing mine with me, and I'm bringing the extra camera. Excuse me, the other MacBook, the microphone. I mean, we're bringing stuff with us so that we can set up everything and have the lighting exactly the way we want.
Yep. We'll have 2 sets of lights there. We'll have our soundboard. We're gonna have all that stuff set up. So yeah, we know we definitely need to make a couple of shows about how to actually set this up and to do a live stream. And here's the thing. So part of my day gig, I said that, is with a corporate organization, and I'm in the process of convincing senior leadership that, look, you not only need an internal live stream, you need an external live stream on a regular basis, because building the community and not just the people who watch live, but people who watch the playback and can actually see the interactions and can see you as a human being, not just a large, corporate organization, but see you as a person speaking one-on-one, and that just two-way communication and that type of content is 100 times more valuable than a post on LinkedIn or a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, just the level of engagement that we get is amazing. Random people will pop in from YouTube or Facebook that we're like, do you know them? I don't know. Do you know who that is? I have no idea. And we'll have this great conversation. And guess what? It'll be one person. But all it takes is that seed. And if you can help one person, if you can plant that seed in one person's head, guess what? It grows organically from there. And like you said earlier, our playback of people who not just watch the playback of our videos, but watch it in its entirety is huge. I was not expecting that at all.
Actually, I know one of our buddies, George.
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows George.
Our buddy George, he's like, dude, when I get to doing things, I love putting you guys on. You're freaking hilarious to listen to, and you give me, these little nuggets. You drop these little nuggets here and there throughout your show that you can use. And he's like, I just put it on the background and be doing something else, but I'll have your show going over on this screen while I'm doing my work on this screen.
Shout out to George.
Freaking
look,
Joe Rogan, here we come. We're coming after you, man.
Look, people think I just talk up Joe Rogan. Don't get me started on Joe Rogan. People might think I'm talking up Joe Rogan. Go back and look at Joe Rogan's first year, not just his first episode. Look at his first year. I think we're well ahead of where Joe Rogan was. Now, we don't have the same outreach that he has from a fame perspective, but from a technology and content and actual production, look, it's no comparison. Joe Rogan, we're coming for you. Spotify, give us the $100 million. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, $100 million. I'll you give me the $100 million. I'll actually I'll quit the job.
Spotify.
But actually, Spotify. I don't even know if I would. I love what I do. It would be hard for me to give it up, even if I had. Literally at that point, it would just be all right. This is my beer money.
Look, but, I have not given up trying to get you to quit your day job so we can start an agency. I've not given up.
I love what I do. And there's we talked about this in the past about the do what you love and never work a day in your life.
It's true.
And God, I love what I do.
And I'm with you. So, I love what I do. And it would be it would be hard to think of doing anything else. It's funny, occasionally I think of like, okay, if push came to shove, what could I do? And I think of doing anything else, and I'm like, man, I don't want to do anything else. This is because what I do is what I do for fun. Like, it's what got me through college, and it's what got me through, beyond college, just sitting back and doing what I do now for fun. Yeah. And now I get paid for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the fulfillment I get out of what I do is just awesome. It's not as direct as it used to be. Back when I was actually in the field, I had literally high-rise floor hospital full of people. They're just that much safer because I was there and I gave a crap. And there are plenty of people out there just earning a paycheck. And I just love what I do. And now I get to, instead of doing it through one company, I do it through 50 companies.
But it's funny you mentioned, if I were just doing it for a paycheck. Look, that's one of the reasons we do this. That's one of the reasons we put this information out there, because how many people watching this on the live, on the replay, just listening on the podcast, how many people out there have a day job
every day,
have a day job that they hate, and they do it for the paycheck.
They do it to get a paycheck.
They hate waking up in the morning, and they dread that alarm clock. But they need that paycheck, right? They got to pay the bills.
Yep.
And, a couple of weeks ago, was it last week or a couple of weeks ago, we talked about turning any hobby into a job, into a career.
Yep.
And you can do it. Literally, follow our advice. Look at what we do. Look at what we say. And you can have any bat crap crazy hobby. And it's going to take you some time. It could take you some serious time. But you can turn that into a paying career. The types of things that people are doing right now to make money is ridiculous. The trick is just doing it. Getting out there, getting your hands dirty, and doing it.
Yeah. So I have a hobby, as you guys can see on the back wall.
A little bit.
Behind me here. I am not good at it. You are not hiring me to play at your wedding. You're not hiring me to play at your bar mitzvah. Okay? I'm not good. I'm not good. If you want some Metallica jammed out, all right, we can probably make something happen. But absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So I bought. Oh, here we go. These are pickups. The Jim Hetfield EMG pickups. Now these pickups are actually the same pickups that's in the white guitar behind me.
Okay.
That's what these pickups are. But they are going to go into this red one right behind me. That, if anybody doesn't know, that's an SG guitar, which is played typically or made famous by AC/DC. So that's my hobby, and I'm going to do a video of me restoring that guitar and upgrading it from. It's got some decent humbuckers in it now, but they're old. I think the person who had it before me didn't take very good care of it. It's got a lot of rust spots on it, so it's had some water damage. The body of the guitar itself is in good shape. I've got to put some switches on it, and then this thing comes with some pretty cool stuff in it. And when I do the video of it, I'll unbox the whole thing and everything of it. But it's a hobby.
Right. But you know what? I'll bet you serious $bucks right now that there's somebody on YouTube who has a successful, monetized, paying YouTube channel that only does guitar restorations. I'll bet you anything there's a guy right now. See? I didn't even know, and that's a thing.
All the time.
And you know what?
Absolutely love it. I'll sit in bed and literally...
Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying another iPad, but I got rid of the big iPad Pro. I returned that thing because, to be honest, I couldn't take it because I would read at night or watch YouTube videos at night and doze off. It smacked me in the face as I'm going to sleep. It just dropped out of my face. And that big ass iPad,
that's pretty funny. Sure, that's pretty funny.
I mean, I took that one back. Now I have I don't know, some kind of a cradle thing that has. I gotta look. I don't think I have it in here. It has Alexa built into the dock, so you just set it on there.
Yep.
And it's an Alexa show or whatever when it's on its dock. But then you take it off, it's just a regular Android tablet.
Yep.
It's Samsung or somebody. But anyway, and it's pretty good. But when it comes to a tablet, I actually prefer iPads.
Yeah.
As much as I hate iPhones, I do prefer their tablets. But anyway, that's a video. The guitar restorations that I literally have just in the past week
Yeah.
I've probably spent 3 hours watching videos. And some of these things are 45 minutes plus long.
And you watch all the way through.
In time lapse.
Yep.
Because they just fast forward along, stripping the bodies all the way down, fixing how they fix the dents and dings and all this stuff. And then there's another group out there that does them and restores them to imitation of very, very famous guitars.
Sure.
Like the Stevie Ray Vaughan Stratocaster.
Mm-hmm.
Literally every chip of paint, they look at videos and archive data from his guitar, and literally they will chip that paint off, and so the angle and everything are exactly the same.
And those YouTube channels, I'll bet they get good traffic.
Oh, they all have excellent views.
The people who make that content, guess what? They're monetized and they're making money. They have a career from their hobby of restoring vintage guitars. And guess what? They're not just selling, they're probably making a crap ton of money selling those guitars also.
Yeah.
So that on top of the AdSense money they're getting from Google through YouTube, in addition, they're probably making some sort of sponsorship dollars that they could be monetizing through Instagram, Facebook, in addition to their YouTube channels.
They get the sponsorship things because of the type of glue, the type of stripper, the type of not that type of stripper, but the paint stripper and the heat gun that they use and the script, all the things you use, you can do it.
Yeah.
So from the far end over there, we've got a CF Martin acoustic. We have an ESP. Both of the ESPs are LTD versions. That one. This one right here is the Kirk Hammett. I'm a Metallica fan. White Zombie, the old 30s original zombie movie.
Yeah.
And then the white one next to it's the James Hetfield, Iron Cross. The one next to it over here is the SG. And my buddy is going to be giving me a new acoustic,
nice.
Acoustic.
Yeah.
Mitchell is giving me a acoustic that's going to go right here.
That's awesome.
To fill this gap.
That's
here.
cool.
So what was crazy was I have been driving my wife nuts because when I go to buy something, I will literally go to the store for 4 months in a row trying stuff out. But I've been shopping for another acoustic guitar. So that was good because I almost bought even knowing I was getting this one this week, I almost bought a Taylor to put up there. And again, I'm not good, but it's my passion, it's my hobby. It literally is my hobby. Now, I'd never want to actually monetize that because I want it to stay a hobby. I want it to cost me like a hobby.
And that's it. So we always say, look, if you have a business, you got to treat it, if you treat your business like a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. And that's fine. If you have a hobby and you want it to be a hobby, plan on paying every cent you have.
I want it to cost me like a hobby.
But if you have a business, have a business, don't treat that business like your hobby.
Yep. If you treat the business like the hobby, it will cost you like a hobby, and you're like, oh well, these are the reasons I didn't succeed, and you're going to have a laundry list of reasons. But I'm going to take all of those reasons and throw them away and give you one reason. You treated your business like a hobby.
And that's it. And that's it. And look, and you can go vice versa too. Let's say you have a hobby, and let's say you suck at that hobby. Let's say you don't know how to play guitar very well at all. But you know what? You're dedicated enough, and you want to make a business out of it. You can do that. Now, here's the great thing. We're called the Underdog Journey because what we're doing is a journey. From beginning to end, when we started live streaming, we had no idea what we were doing for the most part. We were still testing out what technologies we were going to use when we were streaming.
Yeah.
And your hobby, future business, can be the same thing. People want to see that progression, how you're getting better over time. They want to follow your story because guess what? A story is much better content than just content. People want to be able to follow you. If you pick up on a TV show and that TV show is already at its finale, guess what? People don't want to see that. But if they pick at the beginning and they can see your progression over time, then they can see and they can follow you and they get that much more invested in what you're producing. People want that journey.
Yes. So back to Star Wars, okay? So the special effects, cinematography, the budget for those last 3 movies, massive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But the story.
Look, I like J.J. Abrams. He didn't pull it out for this one.
Mandalorian.
Don't get me started.
So
yes. Now we're rolling here.
Special effects. They have some.
They have some?
Big names? Shoot, no. We don't know. There was that one lady who was kind of famous, and I think they may have kicked her off the show for...
Gina Carano. Look, they can even say Pedro Pascal. But here's the funny thing. Through all of Season 1, he had his mask on. If they had Joe Schmo from the gas station under that mask, you'd never know.
No idea at all. So... There's you see when I brought it up the impact of what I was saying.
The Mandalorian.
The story.
Yeah.
The storyline in The Mandalorian brings you so into it and makes you part of it. So back to the guitars, which I've referenced here a couple times tonight. There are videos. One of the most popular things I'm seeing right now on the tubes of you is. Wait, we're going to rephrase that.
Yeah, let's rethink that one.
I always say the Book of Faces, and I
the
figured
Tubes
I'd
of You
switch
does
up
not
to
work as well.
YouTube, and
no,
they ain't making that mistake again.
We're not going there.
That's a Chubby's dog right there. We ain't doing that again.
No.
So Wes was laughing, and any of you all that were there that night,
no, we're not doing that.
Too.
We're not going there. So so basically, look, don't eat a giant hot dog around this guy or other people who have cameras, because they will hold it against you. But let's move on.
So basically, what I was saying is what I was getting at is one of the popular things I'm seeing right now is the journey. The guitar player from day 1 to year 10.
Right.
And they've put all this content out there, so they've got a decent following. But now they've cut for 10 years plus of playing.
Right.
Some of them is 1 year, some of them is 3 years, some of them is 5 years. I've seen one today that was 11 years.
Yeah.
11 years of progress through their life of playing guitar. And I love to watch those videos.
Oh yeah, and here's the great thing: if you start making content, let's just keep on the guitar lesson, the guitar thing, right?
I think it works because it fits also for the soccer guy who's supposed to be listening. And we don't get to see, and unfortunately, we don't get to see who all's watching anymore. Only when you comment do we get to know who's out there.
Yeah,
so
Facebook keeps taking that stuff away
because then we can at least say hi to you.
Yep. So let's stick with the analogy of the learning guitar. You actually stand to benefit a lot, because the more content you start to make, the more other creators you start to talk to. Guess what? Other people who are in that world, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, you know what? If you want to learn to do this, you got to do this. If you want to learn how to play this way, try this over here. And guess what? Then you have content around, oh, you know how I learned this? I talked to this guy, and he said, here's how you do it. And now you just showed the rest of the world how you did what you just learned. And that brings in more people and more people. And over time, you don't just have people who are following you because you know what you're doing. You have people who are invested in you over time because they saw you when you were learning to crawl. And then you're learning to walk. And now they see you running. And those same people who've been watching you for all these years, they love you that much more.
I was running.
I don't think Forrest Gump analogies quite work.
It works.
All right. Where's Jenny Kelson?
You said running. You said running. That's all it takes to get a Forrest Gump analogy.
You must love the Olympics. You must love the Summer Olympics.
I got a sound effect to go for Forrest Gump too, but I don't think it'll work on YouTube.
Nope. That might not be quite PC these days.
I'm betting it wasn't PC then.
And we just lost Facebook again.
Next on the Underdog Journey. So, I haven't talked about comments, and let's take a couple minutes and just go through and take a look here. So, Laura, let's go back here. Oh, okay, because literally the last time we talked to comments was with Matt Hamlin saying, so Jenny Callison said, hi guys, I watched last week on vacay. Get it together, Matt. who is claiming that he couldn't watch tonight because he's at the beach.
Yeah, Matt Hamlin. We're going to have you on as a guest soon, and you can't even watch our show. Matt Hamlin has a car wrapping company, by the way, and apparently he's doing pretty well.
So I'm buying. He's not going to be wrapping the new car because literally the size of it would cost me everything. But we're
going to have him wrap your Corvette.
I think I might actually have him wrap the Vette.
We're going to have him wrap your Corvette to look like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Ain't having that. I'm thinking about going a matte black on it. Or something along those lines. We'll talk about it. We'll
there
see.
You go.
But Laura Lyons Black says, "Hello, guys."
Laura Lyons Black, hi, mom. Not my mom. She's your mom, but she's my mom. I call her mom.
But you're her adopted kid now.
There you go.
So Matt Harmon says, "Don't talk about our restaurants. That's a Hardee's mug."
Hardee's. I don't think this H stands for Hardee's. I'm not quite sure what he's talking about.
Yep. Who knows? But that's fine. And
but that's Matt Harmon for you.
The polymer, so he said polymer, and I'm not going to drink polymer beer.
No,
I don't care.
Polymers don't make great beers. In
in
addition, just so everybody knows, you really shouldn't go through 20 minutes, 30 minutes later and read your comments live online because not only is there a delay, now there's a half an hour delay.
Yes, there's quite a bit. And this is, but we're known for doing this, so
this is what we do.
I like to let him know. Although I'm not going to go over his comments with another guest.
He's actually talking to another guest, seeing if they're going to hang out later.
Sitting there. So Jenny Carlson says, "I'm still here, Forrest." So she's with me. Any reference to running is an opening to insert a Forrest Gump reference.
Run, Forrest, run!
And she comes up with another gem of a comment. You want to put that one up there?
2 cats, a room full of cat things.
2 cats.
Look, we're gonna make that into a T-shirt. I haven't done it yet, but we're gonna make that into a T-shirt.
So she, has she not been watching enough to comment on her own line of brew?
Does she know that you mentioned her earlier?
I think I would hope she does.
That's
Jenny, the only reason I did it.
Jenny Carlson, who has the social channels Just Bussin' Around, she's going to start making content around restoring buses into leisure buses, not pleasure buses, leisure buses, where you can basically home away from home, go in, have a party on the road, that sort of thing. There's actually a really big following online. It's very popular niche.
I started poking into that. And,
you started poking into the pleasure bus?
That rabbit hole can go quick.
Yeah, real quick. So, David actually bought Jenny'sPleasureBus.com because of a typo, and now he bought a beer called the Wailing Wench that he says is exclusively from Jenny's Pleasure Bus. So, if you want a Wailing Wench, go to Jenny'sPleasureBus.com. Jenny,
you gotta use your radio voice for that, man.
Jenny Carlson, you're welcome. By the way, this is a family show. If anybody from my day job is watching, I apologize. You know what, David? That's a much better view of you than I've had in a long time.
And this is why she comments, 2 cats in a room full of cat things.
Exactly. And she says, thanks for the plug. Jenny, you're welcome.
So, Just Bustin' Around. So we not only did we buy Jenny'sPleasureBus.com, but we actually bought Just Bustin' Around and Jenny from the Block. So
we're going to make her a good landing page.
Just Bustin' Around is, I think, Just Bustin' Around, and we'll have to talk soon, Jenny, because I want to get that transferred over to you so that you have it, and then we'll get it hosted so that we can get the website up.
Yeah, Jenny. So we're gonna transfer the domain over to you.
Yep.
If you want, we can actually host the landing page that we build on my GoDaddy server. We'll make you a nice landing page for your site, and look, start making that content because you have a really good niche.
Absolutely.
Everybody, go to LinkedIn. Go to Instagram.
Oh, Flip That Bus. Yeah, it's also we also bought FlipThatBus.com.
Flip That Bus. So, but I think it's Just Bustin' Around right now on Instagram, right, Jenny? So go to Instagram, look for Just Bustin' Around, and the content she's been making is really good. I was actually, look, for somebody who doesn't do this like professionally, the content she's been putting up on Instagram is really good.
Do we mention that you confused her with her husband?
It was in fact. Look, there's a video that's time lapse. There's a video that's time lapse. It's going really fast. I saw somebody in tie dye. My father wears an abnormally large amount of tie dye, and it just struck me as a dude walking around going like this really fast. And yeah, that's gonna be a GIF right there. But the content's really good, regardless of gender. It's the 21st century. You're not supposed to see things like gender anymore. So, Jenny, you're welcome. I'm helping you out.
I'd hate to be single in this market.
Oh my gosh. I tell my current wife every single day, I am so happy that I'm not dating anymore. It must just be hell out there.
Yeah, actually don't drop a comment because I really don't want to know. All right, here we go. Here comes the Dunkel.
Oh, I love a Dunkel.
Oh,
Now, is that the Hofbrau Dunkel?
This is Hofbrau House Columbus from our good friend Jason.
So Jason at the Hofbrau House in Columbus, he's the head brewer at Hofbrau House Columbus. Man, his beers are so good. I mean, just something as basic as his Hefeweizen or his Dunkel are just. They're satisfying in a way that other beers just don't even come close to.
So, I just did the German. Straight from Germany, which means it's been on a boat for 6 months. Polliner Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
As far as Hefeweizens go, it's a really good beer.
It is. Yeah, I've had it.
Unfortunately for Polliner, not Polymer, but unfortunately for Polliner, I am extremely spoiled with Hefeweizen beer because Jason probably makes. Yeah. I mean, I literally think worldwide, he's probably top 10, if not top 5.
Yeah.
Brewers in the world of Hefeweizen beer.
Oh, I
have tried other Hofbraus. I have tried other breweries, fresh taps, everything. His is just, and the last batch, or not the last batch, but the one he made before that, was just lights out.
Every time I go someplace or I'm in a store and I see a Hefeweizen, I get it, and I anticipate something really good. And usually it's all right. But I can't tell you how many times I try it and I'm like, it's not Hofbrau.
Exactly. That was it right here. So this was actually a really good beer. This is 1.9 fluid ounces. I don't know why they would do that, but okay.
2 was too many. 2 was too much. They gotta go 1.9.
Interesting serving size there. I just read. What? It's 1 pint, 0.9 ounces.
1 pint, 0.9 ounces.
This is the Dunkel. We're over the Dunkel, which is a dark lager, by the way, in case you guys don't know. And you should, because we've talked about it quite a bit.
So Dunkel is a dark lager. Man, it's tasty, though. That might be one of my... I might actually like their Dunkel more than their Hefeweizen. And I love the Hefeweizen, but I love a Dunkel.
I love the Hefeweizen.
So good.
Oh, this is so... I mean, the beer is so good there. So it's really hard to come across one that's not... I've never had one that wasn't good.
You're right. I've never had a bad beer at Hofbrau.
Yeah. Oh, the wife is coming in.
Oh. Hello, wife.
She brought me cookies.
What?
She brought me cookies.
My current wife doesn't bring me cookies. It's not fair.
Yeah. And she's gone. So I got cookies.
I got no cookie. I got no cookies here. I'm jealous.
I'll feed you through the screen.
I gotta complain. Oh. Did she make those?
Oh, shit.
That's a fresh cookie. She made that.
That's a very fresh cookie.
Nice.
By fresh cookie means she broke out the little squares, put them in the pan.
Hey, look.
And heated them up.
You take what you can get. That's a good cookie. I'll take it.
That's what we do most right here because it's just too much. I can't believe I just dropped that cookie. Hopefully, normally I'm like, I hope she's watching, but I hope she didn't see that.
It's okay. Your wife doesn't watch our show. It's fine.
Is yours on here tonight?
No. No, she's actually taking care of my children.
Comment, please.
She's actually taking care of my children that I thought I was going to take care of tonight until I realized I had to come on live and drink lots of beer for the internet to watch.
It's a rough life we live, Wes. It's a rough life.
It's a heckish place to live. It's a heckish place to live.
What and we've actually said this many times is what's funny is if you go to dinner with us and go out to the pub with us, this is what happens.
It's true.
The conversations about business and ideas. This is literally how it is when Wes and I are off doing this, that, and the other.
From the first time that we went out and hung out.
Even Christmas, Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesdays in Dublin. They're not even there anymore. And we'd after they closed, we'd still be standing out in the parking lot in the snow for 2 or 3 hours.
Ass cold.
Like we're both like shivering, getting hypothermia.
We should leave.
Yeah, it's
They're
the lights.
Call the cops on us at some point.
Yeah, the lights are turning off and
yeah,
literally multiple hours out in the snow, freezing cold, and we're still talking about random business. So we're like, let's just do a podcast.
Yeah. So let's see. That was when did you come in? That was 2015.
That might have been 2014, I think.
2014.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was a master when you came in.
Yeah. You were. Yeah. So for those who don't know, he doesn't just call himself the Master. He's not a Doctor Who villain.
He's the Master. So
it's basically circles within circles. We're parts of other organizations. We're members of other organizations that have weird random titles.
Yes, it's very. You were a master as well.
I am, at some point in the past,
a master.
A master of the universe. Exactly.
So, did you see? And this I think is a stroke of genius. And Pizza Hut, I hope you're listening. But He-Man, the toy series, relaunched the original, not updated anything. The original He-Man toys.
What does that have to do with Pizza Hut?
I'll get there in a moment. I'm that close to buying the whole collection.
You know why they did that, right?
Nostalgia.
Well, that and you know about the Netflix series from Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I know there's a new one coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming into it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen any previews. I don't know if they're going to go with classic animation, or if they're going to go with.
So,
go ahead.
I've seen the trailers. The animation looks pretty good. I know it's actually caught a lot of heat online. So the animation looks great. I'll give it that. It's from Kevin Smith. Some of the story elements.
I love Kevin Smith.
Some of the story elements have caught a lot of heat. So watch it. Think what you will. I haven't watched it yet, but I've been reading a lot about some of the controversy around it. Just watch it and have fun, because that's what TV and cartoons are supposed to be. That's it. That's my only feedback.
That's what all entertainment. Let me get my mic over here, because you guys know me. I love to be really close to the mic. That's what all entertainment is supposed to be.
Exactly. Stop reading into things. Wait.
It's supposed to be entertainment.
Yeah. By the way, the last 3 Star Wars sucked.
99% of our show is entertainment, and only about 1% is actual business stuff.
Yeah,
the rest of it is supposed to be meant to entertain.
We're edutainment. We're edutainment.
I think we actually got close to 2% today, though, in business.
Look, I'll take whatever percent we can get.
2% in business is too damn high.
So do I go IPA or do I go stout? I might go stout. Espresso honey stout sounds pretty good.
Nope, go IPA, because you want to put the. We still got a video after this. We still got time after this to go on.
I've had it with these mother effing IPAs at this mother effing brewery. That's you can definitely tell it's an IPA by the name of the beer. That's literally the name of the beer.
I'm excruciatingly jealous that you thought to go ahead and get your refrigerator in for the beer. I might put it literally right down here. And keep a coffee mug on my thing. What's that noise in my every week meeting that I'm in?
I keep telling you, put it in a kegerator. You need to put a kegerator in and have the tap built into your desk. That's what you need.
I gave my kegerator away.
Make a new one.
I might.
Look, that's the only thing that Hofbrau House in Columbus is missing. If the owners, I don't even know who the franchise owner is.
We should talk to him about that. A table with a tap.
Look, the pub did it. The pub at Polaris did it.
There needs to be 2 of them.
Yeah.
One upstairs one upstairs and one downstairs.
The pub at Polaris had that, and they were famous for that table. It was a table with taps built in. It was genius.
Yep.
It was genius.
Absolutely. So you'll love this. So I sent you pictures the other day. So on Facebook, my local watering hole up here posted it was one of the people's birthdays. So I'm like, screw it. What better way to make my entrance into rural New York society than drinking it up with the local owners at the watering hole? So I headed down there and got my cheese curds.
Of course.
Had a couple of them. They were good. Always good. And then drank all night long down there. But they brought me one glass, and then when I ordered my second beer, she grabbed my glass. I'm like, no, just put it in this glass. She's like, oh, you don't want a frosty mug?
Oh no! Oh no! Don't get started.
I said, no use in you washing another glass. Just put it in this. Will be fine.
You didn't explain why a frosty mug
changed
changed the water molecules within the beer and the flavor profile would be
the
thrown
water
off.
molecules and changes the flavor profile.
That poor waitress.
Oh, hey, you know what? She learned something.
So for those who don't know the story about this,
she cared to learn something. But
we were at a sports bar, and he actually told the waitress why he didn't want a frosty mug, because of how the frosty mug would do something to the water molecules and change the flavor profile. And it probably was about a 2.5-minute little speech. It felt like 20 minutes at minimum. And this lady's face, she was like, "So you don't want a frosty mug?"
I don't want a frosty mug. She asked.
Right. Don't ask if you don't want the answer. Come on.
She was on my deaf side. She may have asked. She may not have. I don't really know.
It was funny. Your son and I were at the table, and we were both looking at each other like, this poor waitress. I'm glad he tips well, because this poor lady.
I guarantee you she wasn't complaining after she got the tip.
No. I'm not going to comment on that. This is a family show, David. This is a family show. This is a business-oriented family show, David.
On the check, she was perfectly fine to learn about frosty mugs and how you can have them for certain beers is okay, and other beers. I wanted to taste the beer as it was supposed to be drank, and that beer wasn't supposed to be served at negative 35,000 frickin' degrees.
This is true.
I wanted it to warm up a little bit.
That's true. Some beers are meant to be drank at room temperature. Some are made to be drank ice cold. And here's the funny thing: if your beer is recommended to be consumed at room at frosty cold temperatures, then guess what? You're probably not drinking a very good beer, because when you get the beer colder, it masks a lot of the problems with the flavor.
Yep.
And that's not a good sign.
Yeah, you can hide a lot of it. You can hide infections. You can hide the clarity of the beer. You can hide a lot of stuff, especially in a hazy IPA.
Yeah,
if you're drinking a hazy IPA, you might as well just run that thing through some liquid nitrogen first.
And by the way, I'm not mentioning the brewery or which beer I'm drinking, but I am drinking an IPA right now that I actually believe to be infected.
He's only talked about it 3 times tonight, so
look, don't go back on the replay.
Good.
Don't go back on the replay, but I'm sorry. This is I believe it actually tastes infected.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And what that is, for people who don't know brewing, when you have bacteria and other microbes that actually get into the beer while it's fermenting in the brewing process, will infect the beer and give it a really just, not even skunky, just sort of a tainted, off flavor. And when you know it, you can taste it. And
once you taste it once, you'll never forget it.
That's what I'm tasting right now, and it's rough. I might move to the stout that I have.
I think we're about wrapped up. Guys, we're going to see you on Friday. 2 casts in 1 week.
Friday, yes.
How lucky are all of you?
Friday, 7 p.m., we're going to be live at the Brats and Crafts Festival here in Central Ohio. David's actually coming into town from out of this. He's making his, he's actually making his family stay at a hotel specifically so we can live stream from this Brats and Crafts Festival.
Always work business in. There's a thing I got to do help with the fire alarm thing out there too. So I always
Fire alarm. Fire alarm,
it'll be
Schmire
all right.
alarm. He's there for the live stream. He's there for
I'm
Facebook
here
and
for the
YouTube.
brats.
And man, it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun show. Come back Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube. And
What are we talking about?
we're gonna be talking about not only talking about the how to put together something as big and complex as this gigantic festival that's a huge moneymaker for this church, but we're also gonna be talking about networking. We're going to be talking about how networking events are a waste of time and where to actually do real networking
Yes.
that will make you money. I promise you. Do real networking. It's going to make you. It's going to bring you in so much more business.
And
We're
not
also going to talk
on a tangent, but if I could have air high-fived him,
because
I would have.
It's 100% true.
Because how many networking events have you been to
No.
and realized they're trash?
Oh,
They're trash.
Look,
You're not networking with anybody
yeah,
at that point.
we'll get into it next week. Or
Yeah,
next
we'll get
week.
into it
Now,
next
we'll get
week.
into it on
In depth.
Friday.
We'll go over it. And the last thing we're going to hop on next week is community outreach. So this is a charity event.
Which is what networking is, by the
fundraising
way.
event.
Which is what real networking is, by the way.
Yep.
And that's why they tie in.
Community outreach, which is what's going to tie in with the networking. We'll frickin' see you then. 7 p.m. Brats and Crafts, sponsored by St. James. Will be in Treview Road, Ohio.
Hang on.
Columbus.
Well, I wasn't thinking ahead on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and
we are
girls.
true professionals. So go to Google, just look for the St. James Brats and Crafts Festival. It is going to be the August 6th, 7th, and 8th. It is at 5660 Treview Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43228. And there's going to be lots of beverages, lots of snacks, and lots of great things to talk about. It's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to this.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. Central Ohio, I mean, we have a whole area there called German Village. So we have, and the Columbus Manicore, I know they are actually booked Friday night doing a different event that we could have been going to. But the Columbus Manicore will be there over the weekend as well.
Yep.
That's the German choir that's in town. Definitely get out to go see them. It's going to be a great time. If you have a chance, come say hi to us live at the event. We would love to see some of you guys out there pop in.
We're gonna have
say hi.
We're going to have a table set up. We're going to have a big banner in front of the table. So you'll see us. When you're there, you'll see us. Stop by,
We'll
say
have
hi.
business cards finally.
We got business cards. We got a banner printed up. We're actually starting to do this. And so come on by, say hi. We'll buy you a beer. You buy us a beer. It'll be a whole thing.
Well, you buy.
But until then, I've been West. This guy's been Dave.
Dave.
And we will see you on Friday. And
We'll
we're
see you
out.
then.
All right, see ya. We're out.
And are we out?
Yeah, we're out.
I'm holding this Spock posture for nothing.
Yeah, we're really out this time.
I don't trust you until I
you.